Manning the Gate Publishing presents Spirits Unveiled by Tekoa Manning. Read for you by Lynn, Brunk. Introduction. In 2015, my husband and I moved in with my father. My mother passed away a few years before, and we spent a year with him. On arriving, my father gave us the primary bedroom he and my mother had shared for years before her death. It was lovely, and the large windows showcased the fall leaves in all their burnt orange and vibrant yellows. When my husband and I arrived, we quickly cleaned and organized our things while respecting my dad's privacy and space. Shortly after we settled in, I awoke in the night with a strange spirit hovering over the bed. The figure was cloaked in a robe that was hooded. It seemed to be peering into my face. I had previously been involved in deliverance ministry, but this sight left me uneasy. I have seen a lot of things in my years, but never anything such as this. I wondered who the spirit could represent or where it came from. My uncle, who stayed with my parents for a long time, left after a year or so and told others he could no longer stay there due to a ghost being in the house. My parents chuckled. My mother suffered horribly from Parkinson's before she passed away, but apparently the spirit was already there when she was alive. How did it come about? My parents were devout Christians who had spent their lives doing ministry. Yes, this spirit was quite perplexing for me to grasp. Demons are spirits we cast out and tell to go in the power and authority of Messiah Yeshua. But this cloaked, hovering spirit, I found no words. I did not know what to make of it. And for fear that my husband would think I had lost my marbles, I did not bring it up for a few days. But this spirit in the night was bothering me. I prayed in the name of Messiah Yeshua for it to go, but it seemed not to budge. I had never had this experience when praying for tormented or oppressed people. A few more nights went by without me mentioning it to my husband, until one night I sat down in a chair across from my husband and said, "I need to talk to you." He said, "Okay, go right ahead." I started to fumble, getting my words together. "Jeff, I hope you won't think I'm crazy or have imagination issues, but I have to talk to you about something that's happening in my dad's house." I looked him in the eye and waited for him to respond. He said, "Is this concerning the figure cloaked in a robe over the bed at night?" I belted, "You saw it too?" He said, "Yes, but I didn't want to scare you and was trying to figure out how to address it." We finally decided to anoint the room with oil, pray over the house, and command whatever spirit was there to go to its resting place. However, again, the spirit did not leave. My husband and I were puzzled. We had never experienced this. Actually, we were the people that others called to pray over their homes when they sensed uneasiness. One morning after a restless night, while my husband and I were praying, I asked the Father, "Why won't this robe spirit leave?" I heard in my spirit, "You have not been given authority here. This is not your house." As soon as I heard this in my spirit, my dad walked into the room wearing his military greens, beret, and medals. He had been conducting a military funeral, and he was wearing authority. He was the homeowner. We asked my dad to have a seat on the bed and then began to inquire if he had seen a spirit. He said he had felt something strange, but had never seen anything. We asked him if he would pray and ask the spirit to leave. He did, and it left. Where it went, I have no idea, nor do I understand why it was hanging out in my mother and father's bedroom, but no one can convince my husband or me that we had imagined it. My husband and I believed our encounter with the robed being was a type of higher spiritual training. Jewish people often place a mezuzah on the outer doorframe at the front entrances of their homes while saying prayers of protection. A mezuzah is a piece of parchment rolled up and placed
Sample complete. Ready to continue?